Need to get ice.
Back at you hard. So fuck you. You kind of deserve it.
You know, sir, I like you much better with my glasses off.
I guess I was born with the curse of foresight. Cause I knew Joe was only gonna represent the war side. And that said, I just came to fight. You could keep the ore flight. Save the surprise and the gasp when the shadow of the fascists have cast is on your doorstep and the glow of your
whispering
porch
to the
light.
voices again?
Save the surprise when the grid goes down and we go underground to lick wounds in the gloom of a torchlight. While up in the sky, a blimp glides by with a sign like New Year's 2022.
What?
Brought to you jointly by Pfizer and Coors Light. While the centrists observe from a comfortable courtside, right in the thick of the action behind a partition. We're in a morbid position, a plague of evictions, born a comorbid condition of the cancer of wealth. I fantasize that I cancel myself. Hands on your head, throw your best laid plans in the well. There are no more answers, questions go back on the shelf.
What are you doing?
All Joe's donors, a quick show of hands.
What are
How
you
many
doing?
of you sub to the Lockheed Martin OnlyFans? How many are loyalist patrons for the Raytheon Patreon? Occupy Iraq and send $1 million off into the great beyond.
Fuck you.
Cool yourself with the safety on. True to yourself in as much as you dutifully spew out a mucus of QAnon. You can't convince me the capital wasn't surrendered with every intention of digging us deeper down into the treacherous webbing of censorship, ebbing your speech and dissension so you can't hold Biden accountable. Not in his mentions and not in the streets. Note to the end that Joe will defend the elite. Joe won't embarrass McConnell, but Joe's not embarrassed to follow your children are hungry and weak.
Right? That's
Too hungry to speak.
Whenever they get together, it's like,
Too hungry to stand, they just lie at his feet.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Joe is fresh out of empathy,
what do we
fresh out
want?
of policy.
Incremental change.
But he'd
When
love
do
to
we
know,
want it?
what was your favorite ice cream flavor to eat? Back when you used to eat. I guess the road isn't rocky for people who thought we were free. They'll believe what they read, and Joe's here to lull them to sleep. Counting us down by the dozens, the culling of gullible sheep led to the slaughter by media tyrants and government thieves. These are the leeches that stubbornly suck where there's nothing to bleed. These are the tumors that force us to crawl on our knees. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free.
A good break.
One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16.
That's a good break.
This is the home of
You know
the
the
brave.
fucking first thing we say,
This is
isn't
the
it?
land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free.
independentleft.news.
Independent Left News.
Indie Left News.
Independent Left News.
Oh yeah, and I get news from Independent Left.
Thank you, Independent Left News.
They actually put up posts of different shows, different things going on.
Check out Indie Left. They're doing a lot of good things. They're on Twitter and Instagram, and they've helped promote our show a lot.
Thanks for the work you do behind the scenes too. This man does our Discord and some other help, so I just love to shout him out. Thanks so much, man. Yeah.
They kind of really do a great job of pushing.
Thank you, Independent Left, for reminding me of that.
See, I messed that up too. Oh my goodness. How you doing, everybody? It is Sunday night, and hopefully you'll be able to hear Reef. Tell me in a second that you can hear Reef. Reef, say something. Nope. Oh, you're messing with me.
What?
Oh, dude, you're... Come on, man, dude. Play games. Look at this. Look at this.
A day late, right? A couple of days late.
Holy moly. It is Sunday night. How about now? Reef in audio, Reef out of audio. Do you hear me now? Do you hear Reef now? Can you hear Reef now? I hear Reef.
1 2 test 1 2.
I hear Reef now, but I don't know if you guys do. Zoom
Try
Discord
pressing that
mic
button
is
on your...
usually
yeah, so your right mic button should be on, and like the middle
Discord,
Zoom audio
Zoom.
or whatever should be on.
Yeah, my right mic Zoom is off. There you go. Zoom mic. Hey. Now you should be able to hear me. Indie Mic Live is on. Discord Zoom is on. You should be able to hear Reef. You should be able to hear me. Somebody let us know if you're out there. Is there anybody?
Out there?
Out there. Reef, why am I only seeing half of your face? Oh, I know why. I know why. Monitors.
Because you broke it?
No, that's why. Because I'm using monitor 4 and not Discord 2.
Seems okay now.
Yeah, we're fine. We should be good. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so you're watching us do it live. John Blazer. Nice. I like that. John Blazer. Good stuff. That's a cool name. Let me go to my studio mode and double check to make sure that Reef is the right size. And he is when we go to the next screen. Beautiful. That is wonderful. So, hi, everybody. It is Sunday night. Like I said, it is How Did We Miss That? That's what the name of this show is, right? So, this is Independent Left News, Leftist.today, Independent Left Media. This is, well, it's April, so it is 420 month, and figure I got the right partner and the right dude for that. You know, guy named Reefer sitting next to me. And my name.
You.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you know, on the day of my daughter's wedding,
on the day
I can christen you.
On the day of my daughter's wedding, yes.
The bong feather. I may christen you. The bong feather.
Well, we're trying to decide whether we're going to go with the bong father or the bong feather. I am a father, and I certainly am. I'm a big fan of the bong, so the bong father seems to fit me just like beyond perfectly, and I'm a fan. And the bong father, I think, is what it's going to end up being. But good evening again, Sunday night. I'm giving everyone a chance to kind of get into the chat, to show up at the stream. We got 4 or 5 people already. We are live on 6 platforms, maybe even 7 already. We are on Rockfin. We are on Rockfin for the 2nd week in a row. We are on Telegram. We've been live on Telegram for a few weeks now. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Odyssey. You can hook us up on Odyssey as well. And we are live on Twitter. And I think I said Facebook, but if not, we're live on Facebook as well. So we've got a bunch of platforms, bunch of places you can find us. We're also on the IndieNews.Network platforms and all of their channels, including their Odyssey channel. So a lot of places for people to find us and a lot of places for people to watch. And then we're going to cut up all the clips, and we will be putting them up on Rockfin. We'll putting them up on Rumble. That's the other place where we have content going up to, but that's not live streaming at this moment. We're going to be looking into streaming live to Rumble as well. That'll be our 7th platform that we're streaming to.
We're trying to get on a Blockbuster and Redbox.
Right.
That should happen.
Right. Next is Roku, and we're going to be everywhere. Yep. Right. We're going to be infecting your TV no matter where you go. So again, we've got a few people in the chat already. E. Heller, John Blazer, Human Love Solidarity. How are you? Welcome to tonight. I know Green Wicked was gonna be here. We had Blue Moon Red Wine. Several other people. We're gonna pop in and say hi. So wanted to again do the little formal. How did we miss that? Welcome everybody. It's How Did We Miss That? It's a show airing on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Odyssey, and Rockfin, Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, reviewing a few big stories we haven't seen covered much in the left independent media space. Co-hosted by me, Indy, founder and editor, Independent Left News, and Leftist.today, and now this month will be known as the Bong Father, and maybe going forward, we'll see if that's going to stick or not, but I kind of like it. And then we got this guy over here, Reefer After Dark. He is Dr. Professor Weed, host of Reefer After Dark. He is also now the co-host and founder of INN News, which had its first episode this past week that he co-hosted with Colin from INN. Brother Colin, shout out to Colin. Thank you so much for doing that and making that happen. Care Bear. So then we also have, all the stories, of course, were featured in our Substack, Leftist.today, at the top of independentleft.news, which we're going to get to, and you're going to take a look at what that looks like. Looks pretty cool, I think, with the new logo and the rooster. And JB had a funny thing about it. Want to give a shout out, of course, to our patrons and Ko-fi supporters. We got a couple probably already in the chat. Eric T. Red, Ko-fi. We got the two Richards, Richard M. and Richard T. from Facebook, and then we got Radical Leftist Agenda, and we got Les Bones in the chat, looks like over on Twitch. Welcome, Les Bones. And then we got Lady Dragonfly, Robin, Planet Claire on Ko-fi, and then this week, just today, we got our first Super Ray. So Sean, thank you so much for our Super Ray.
It's always appreciated.
It's always appreciated on Indie Left. Yeah, that's right. So I'm stealing that from him. Again, we got our volunteers. Got to give them so much love and shout out. Thank you, Nicole and Darlene, who's posting every day on Instagram and Facebook. Big Mad Crab, who's doing tons of work. This week, Fanto stepped up huge, did tons of editing and clipping. Gosh, there's going to be so many clips and things that you're going to be seeing coming up soon. The next couple days are scheduled. Alex Davidson, of course, for liking every single Substack post. I don't know if that's Lady Alex D over at... no, that's Lady Alex M over on Rockfin. Welcome. Then, again, our clips are getting their own channel on Rumble. They are first going to Rockfin for 24 hours as premium, and then afterwards we're making them free, available to everywhere on the Clip channel, on YouTube, and everywhere else we're going to publish our clips. Then upcoming appearances this week, I'm going to be on Sabby Sab's show on Friday night, hopefully, I believe at the 8 o'clock hour, and we're going to do some news together. So I'm excited to do that. Nice. Big fan of her show and the Sabby Sabs podcast. So that's going to be an honor. Sabby Sabs. And then, of course, Tara Reid. Shout out, big love to Tara Reid. Tara Reid, Go to her. First of all, follow her on Rockfin as well, rockfin.com/Tara Reid. Go to her linktree.com, linktr.ee/Tara Reid. Reed's going to drop that in the chat. So you can follow her on all her links, as well as if you can hook her up with a couple of bucks on PayPal, she could really use it right now. All the love, a little bit of mutual aid, solidarity, whatever we can do to help our friends. That's what we're doing for sure. So I want to give some love to her. Also, Noli D, she's already moved up to second in her contest to win that $25,000 for a safe house for what is that? Whistleblowers.
She's like second place.
Right
or whatever.
Now she's up to second place. So for sure, it's like DIYhero.com. And with a Facebook login, you can vote for Nicole Dillard is her name, and you can look her up right there for Noli, and for sure hook her up, and that'd be going to a worthy cause. So I like to get to all the particulars and all the stuff beforehand, and then we can flip to the indie main and check this out. See, Reef didn't even see the new ticker. And he probably won't because he can only see the other screen, but I can share my...
I see it. I see it at the bottom there.
That's cool. Nice. There you go. I hear somebody's audio.
If I could pause, you could write. Yes, we're God. Autoplay on YouTube. Stop.
Thank you. Anyway, so that's the new ticker. So we got all our Bongfather, Reefer, After Dark / 420 April month colors. Really excited about doing all that. It was fun to put it together. So we got our logo at the top. Today, big story again. This is what everybody covered, so I did not put this in, but shout out to Chris Small. Shout out to the Amazon Union. What a huge win. You know, there are some people that are taking victory laps that are completely undeserved. We know who actually was in this fight and who was there the whole time supporting and standing in solidarity. Shout out to the people that covered this on a regular basis the entire year and the entire 2 years since Chris Smalls got fired. I remember Jimmy Dore first covered that like the first week that Chris got fired, and he was talking to Dylan Radigan about it during lockdown. Never forget. So then again, we've got some other pretty big stories. Our friend of the show, Alex Rubenstein, wrote an article about interviewing somebody who actually went to volunteer for the Azov Battalion. Oh my God, what a mess that became. Yeah. Again, we're not going to cover that one, but by all means, go to Independent Left News, the independentleft.news or independentleft.news.com. We actually own that URL now as well.
It was some type of suicide mission was said, right?
That's what they basically said. Yep, he described self-described suicide mission. Then UN weather agencies, again, Antarctica, which we covered last week with Stephanie guest hosting. And shout out to Stephanie Smith last week. Thank you so much for stepping in for Reef and guest hosting. We had a lot of fun covering a half a dozen stories, and we went in depth pretty hard on the independent versus Democrats and Republicans. That was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite stories the entire year. So thank you again for being here and for filling in for Reef and giving him the week off. What I would have missed comes from Off Guardian, and Off Guardian also, by the way, just got a Rockbin channel, so by all means follow Off Guardian. They did an amazing stream, collaborative stream with Whitney Webb and the Unlimited Hangout crew yesterday, so definitely check that one out. Friends of Indie Left, you can see I did an interview with Kit. That was a couple of weeks ago. Our next one's going to be coming up soon. It will be with Misty. Reef's got to actually be on Misty's radio show tomorrow afternoon in the 5 o'clock hour. And I also wanted to give a shout out that on the 4 o'clock hour, sorry. In about a week from today, on the 10th of April, Misty and a whole bunch of people, including the End the Damn Wars people, are going to be in Washington, D.C., protesting in front of the Justice Department, in front of the embassy, in front of who knows where else, that protesting the 3-year anniversary that Julian Assange was taken on April 11th from the Ecuadorian embassy in exchange for an IMF loan being canceled effectively. And again, free Julian Assange for sure. We definitely advocate for that. Again, anti-war. Our buddy The Dissident from Substack, we're actually going to cover one of his stories tonight, but this is a new one that he just wrote last night. And shout out to our friends over at Rockfin. They launched a pretty big thing yesterday, which is called X-Ray, and they're now staking their tokens, and they're offering reward tokens for anybody who's willing to stake. It's a pretty cool technology. Click on this. You can click on their Medium page to learn more about that. So again, shout out to all the team over at Rockfin. And again, thank you so much for all the support you guys have provided for us so far in getting us started, in getting Tara going, in getting in all the support for Robert Durden and all the INN members, and some of the people that we know are going to be getting new channels soon. You guys are doing. We know there's a lot to get done. And we're here to help, and we love seeing what you're doing, and we want to see it happen even faster. But you guys are doing a great job.
Fucking cutest shark too.
That's an adorable little. Is that a shark or a narwhal? What the heck is that? I don't know. And again, you've got the video slider. Now the video slider, I took the videos in the video slider. Now what we've decided to do is in the Substack leftist.today, we're going to eliminate the top 6 articles, since the articles are so prominently featured on Independent Left News, and the videos are not. we're going to really use this platform to showcase the videos primarily, because the truth is nobody's scrolling past 6 videos to get to a half dozen articles anyway, or at least very few people were by statistics. So we're going to eliminate that portion. It saves me a ton of time every day in curating this stuff. And we're actually going to still showcase these top articles by screen capping them and placing them on Instagram as individual stories where they actually do better anyway. So wanted to call again out to leftist.today. That is our Substack. We changed the name, called it by Independent Left Media, which is, again, the parent company that runs Independent Left News. Leftist.today, that's a member of the IndieNews.Network. This is the Substack for tonight's video and for tonight's stream, with all the places that we are live, and you can find us, links to find me and Reef, and follow all the different Twitter handles that we have, and all the different properties and all the different platforms where you can find us and support us and share and get everybody engaged in sharing more of this stuff, because independent media is so important to what we're doing today. Thank you so much for being here and for supporting independent media. So I'm going to do my little doodly doo thing. We'll go to the awesome thumbnail that Big Mad Crab made. Again, shout out to Big Mad Crab for the thumbnail. And I'm going to switch the screen over and we'll go back to our main. Let me blow this up a little bit. This is from our friends over at Popular Resistance. And they are also an aggregator of independent news and uncorrupted news and unfiltered news. And they found one on a website called Moon of Alabama. That's an excellent war reporting site, and they've actually been kind of piping through and feeding Moon of Alabama, as well as a host of different content creators. And we like to share Popular Resistance. They also have their own original writers, kind of like what we do. They also have their own podcast called Clearing the Fog with Dr. Margaret Flowers. So shout out to Popular Resistance. They're a big part of what Independent Left News does. And they're talking about what's happening in Ukraine right now. And they are one of the better analysts when it comes to what's happening during the actual war and looking at where the military situation is closing in. Again, I am not a military expert. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I rely on people like this. And again, this was from March 31st. So this is already a few days old. And you've got a Scott Ritter chat with Vladimir Kozin talking about the INF Treaty and what its demise means, as well as what the second phase is. And again, this map defined of the situation in Ukraine is provided by the French Ministry of Defense, which is interesting. Where has Russia advanced?
Right.
Okay. Where are the principal explosions and fight? Where is the fighting? Where are the fronts? Where who's on the offensive? Okay, it comes with short notes about the numbered theaters, which is really detailed, pretty wild. All right, and then Moon of Alabama provides their own analysis. And again, I don't know who these people are, but I've been reading their analysis, and it seems to be pretty damn spot on.
Okay.
That for example, the Russian military operation began with a rather small force of some 150,000 plus men against a larger Ukrainian force of some 400,000. The Russian force used maneuver warfare to fix the larger Ukrainian force into place. It attacked on a large front and threatened major population concentrations, i.e. cities. That's, again, some people would call that in different ways, targeting civilians. That's not cool. The Russian operation started with the destruction of the Ukrainian command and control network. Over the last 4 weeks, the Ukrainian Navy, its air force, its radars, and air defenses, and a huge number of its armored vehicles were destroyed. Again, where are you seeing this analysis in any kind of Western press?
You're not.
Right? Throughout the last week, fuel depots all over the Ukraine were attacked and destroyed overnight. Ukraine's large ammunition depots are gone. Military production and repair facilities have likewise been destroyed. The Ukraine is no longer able to move the large numbers of troops between the various fronts. Its army has lost its mobility. All right.
So it's the beginning of the end for that.
All right. So again, when people are saying that Russia is losing this war and that this is a waste, that's not the actual situation. They've committed half the troops that Ukraine has, and they've destroyed all the equipment so far. Look, we've been saying if they wanted to commit full force and take Kiev and take the entire country, they could have at any done point. That weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me in a situation of like the U.S. and Baghdad, where in a lot of ways, we could have gone in at any point and taken it out, but we didn't.
And they've actually handled it better than we did,
right?
In some respects.
So, again, threats to Kiev, Odessa, large other Ukrainian cities have held significant numbers of Ukrainian troops in place, prevented reinforcements to move to the east. Therefore, units from Donetsk and Luhansk republics attacked the 60,000 strong main force of the Ukrainian army to keep it in place. So this allowed Russian forces from Crimea and the Russian border in the north to move into positions that will now enable them to envelop the east. So again, that's looking at what's happening here. So they're getting reinforcements to this area right over here. This is the Donbass region. This is Luhansk. This is Donetsk. This is Dobopilia, which apparently has now been overtaken. You've got Crimea down here. All right. Again, sadly, most Americans can't identify where this is on a map or any part of the Ukraine. But when you actually study this and you do your homework and you listen to different media
Bucharest
sources,
is right there. There's Romania to the left.
Right.
This is why Romanians sound like
there was a whole thing up in Belarusia, again. So got to know all this stuff if you're going to talk about this, and you have to at least know where they are on the map and about the pipeline that was going through Ukraine from Russia to Germany and why that was important.
Not to mention those were all part of one country at one point. Well, they're all part of Russia.
Well, no, they were all part of the USSR, which hasn't existed since 1991. Yes. All right, Russia is not the USSR. Russia is a capitalist oligarchy, and run similar to the United States in that way. Only it's more authoritarian in some ways and fascist in other ways. They give health care to all their citizens. So, what does that say? Okay. Shout out to Wardeer Warren. How are you, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Thanks for having me on Extra Booyah on Thursday night. That was a lot of fun. We cut loose and talked about independent media and aggregation. So back to the story. Okay, again, there are some specific points of analysis, and I think these are really important. Every one of them, and I hate to read through all the stuff in an article, but this is really important stuff. All right, the move east and west of Kiev was, as they've said for a while, a feint to fix mobile Ukrainian units around their capital city. The feint is no longer needed as the Ukrainian army has now lost its mobility. The Russian troops, around Kiev and Chernigov will mostly be withdrawn probably up to Chernobyl, where a part of them may take defensive positions, while most of the units deployed around Kiev will be moved back to Belarus and Russia for new operations in eastern Ukraine. Okay, the next point, fighting around Kharkiv is ongoing. Ukrainian counterattacks on that front have failed, and the next phase of the war will see increased activities there. And at the move on west side of the Dnieper River, and I'm sorry if I butchered that. Okay, Dnieper, again, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm gonna butcher it. Towards the important industrial area of Kryvyi and onto Dnipro. Yeah, thanks. Has been relatively slow. See this on it. The move on the eastern side has been at the same speed. Note that the western and eastern parts on these fronts are at the same level. They're well coordinated, and the next phase will probably see more movement on the eastern side of the river. I mean, step by step, front by front analysis. Still a few pockets of Azov fighters in Mariupol, with main units encircled in vast Azov-style steelworks, little food and ammunition, and the Chechen units of the Russian army and National Guard are working to dig them out. Russian forces that encircled and stormed Mariupol are now freed up and will be moved to attack further north. So again, this is not boding well for Ukrainians, and this is what Aaron Mate and what Scott Ritter, I know, have been talking about. Has basically, you've served up the entire Ukrainian army as cannon fodder, and some of the Ukrainian people, which is really sad and frustrating and unnecessary in a lot of ways.
Especially when fuckers knew from the get-go that their things weren't going to get accepted. So when Russia's pretty much only request is to not join NATO.
Yep. Did I moved it down. Okay. Then again, we have Ukrainian forces at Mykolaiv have attempted counterattacks in the direction of Kherson. These have also failed. So it doesn't add up to doing well. Russian command now decided to concentrate on enveloping the next front. Okay, these are the most heavy equipped, experienced units of the Ukrainian army since last fall. Some 60,000 men have been arranged there for a full-fledged war, but also they're also preparing because the Russians had been building up their front to 150,000 men on that in that region, in that area, that they had to build up just to be for protective measures. So probably take a few days for the Russian forces to regroup and resupply for the next phase. I expect it to start around the end of this week. That's not but the writer here, Moon of Alabama. Again, this is really in-depth detail. Okay, the denazification of Ukraine has proven to be more difficult. The main fascist units of the Azov Regiment were caught up in Mariupol, where several thousand of them have been or will be eliminated. That's a nice way of saying killed. More fascist units at the Donetsk front will also be taken out, but during the 8 years since the U.S. managed anti-democratic coup in Kiev, the fascist ideology has deeply infiltrated all Ukrainian government structures. It's a hydra. All right, it'll be hard for Ukrainians to remove it, even as its failures become obvious. In a lot of ways, it kind of feels like what's going on within the Democratic and Republican Party. Like, no matter what, you're going to have corporate infiltration until you pass laws that say that they can't do that anymore. All right, and again, this is from the Saker.is, an article about the infiltration and some of the Donbass commanders and people who are Azov Battalion and Nazis. Not neo-Nazis, actual Nazis. I hope I don't close everything right here. Nope, thank goodness. Ooh, all right, breathe. Again, anything beyond that depends on the willingness of the U.S. proxy government in Kiev to submit to Russia's demands, which doesn't look like they're doing so far. Russia can leave it at that or continue to mow the grass until none is left, unfortunately. And again, we don't want to see war. We are anti-war. We are not pro-Russia. We don't want to see fighting or anybody being killed, and this is unnecessary provocation on the U.S.'s part. Again, because we did not want to see the gas pipeline go operational, or between Russia and Germany. That Nord Stream 2 was absolutely critical to U.S. interest to not have it go live. So that really is the crux of why this happened, on top of the fact that we kept pushing further and further and further east towards Russia's border with NATO, even though we had told Ukraine they'd never be part of NATO and told them to keep that quiet. Again, shout out to Moon of Alabama for excellent analysis. I was watching Hinkle live last night for a few minutes after I watched Beauty and the Boomer, and shout out to Oz in the chat for both helping and supporting Tara Reid and independent streamers, as well as putting on a great show last night. I was watching Hinkle last night, and somebody suggested to watch Moon of Alabama and see if we can start to bring some of their analysis into his realm, as well as talking about the Duran and Alex Christoforou, and who's the other guy? The other Alex, Alexander Mercuris, who had a video in today's Leftist.today. So again, shout out to Popular Resistance for covering it. Shout out to Moon of Alabama for writing it. And again, it's terrible to see what's happening, but we do need to understand what actually is happening. So we go back to our thumbnail for a second, and I will switch to our next article. Before we do that, let's just say hi in the chat. Warren, really digging the Indie Left logo. Smoking chicken, but this is a chicken that really smokes. You bet it is. Again, it's the Bong Father. And I am
Bong Feather.
now Bong Feather. Somebody else said the Bong Feather. And we love you too, Oz. You were awesome this week, dude. You were a MVP, big time. And he said, and he's asking how you're doing too, Reeve.
Yep. Doing
Wesley,
fantastic.
welcome, Wesley, to the big show here. I hate to say that. God, Keith Olbermann used to say that nonsense. Anyway, welcome to How Do We Miss That? Because we cover stories that nobody actually really does cover, unfortunately. And again, Moon of Alabama, not given nearly enough sunlight, with excellent analysis of what's happening across the fronts, and it's stuff that you're not going to really see much on anywhere else in leftist media, or definitely not on corporate media for sure, because they're of course trying to whip up anti-Russian sentiment, and we're just trying to analyze what's actually happening and where we're at. So again, we're going to go back to, and Reef's taking a hit, and Reef's getting pretty smoky over there.
Hitting my sippy cup.
Nice. Nicey nice. And you can see the smoke around the Bong Father, by the way, is in the shape of a heart. I don't know if you can really see that, but he's standing in front of it. But you know, homage to Indie Left, but this we've always been a bird on top of a heart, or a bird inside of a heart, and I wanted to kind of maintain that, even though we're kind of expanding here. And also I wanted to give a shout out to the artist that designed this and made this amazing smoking rooster. It is available for license, and I am talking to him about licensing this for logo purposes moving forward for Indie Left, and I can't get enough of it. It's just amazing.
Pretty good, right?
You know. So again, thank you to the artist for letting me use it at no charge for the month of April. When I saw it, Reef found it and he sent it over to me, and I was like, this is incredible. We started making stuff and found the original artist, and I'm like, we made this thing. He's like, this is actually copyrighted, but I'm like, well, we're not actually going to try to profit from it. We just want to use it for the month. It's like, all right, well, you can use it for the month. You use it after that, it's DMCA. Like, that's totally fair. And we won't try to monetize it or merchandise it in the month. Now, if I pay to license it as a logo, that's a different story. And then you're going to see T-shirts and hats and mugs, and the Bong Father's going to be everywhere. And it is an amazing piece of art. He also designs wall art. You can buy that. Drop the we can drop the link to the. I think it's Pixels. You found that on.
I think so. Yeah, I think you have the link somewhere.
Yeah, I've got the link somewhere, but he's also on Instagram, which is where I've been communicating with him, and I will put all that in the show notes and in the Substack show notes afterwards. But I do want to get to our next story, which again I did not hear anybody talking about, but organizing across state lines to stop a pipeline. And again, we cover pipelines and we cover a lot of environmental stuff. So this is our update in the environment this week. This is from
Yes Magazine.
Well, Nation of Change, which picked up from Yes Magazine, correct? Ray Levay, Uleda, whatever. I don't know. Everybody's killing me on the pronunciations this week.
Mm-hmm.
So again, plans for the Mountain Valley Pipeline were first announced in April 2018. It would transport frack gas 300 miles from West Virginia to compressor site Southern Virginia, then 70 miles into northern North Carolina. Last section is called the Mountain Valley Southgate Extension. Goes through the state to allow major stakeholder that already services 30% of counties to expand its market in the section of the pipeline that would decimate the Haw River. Let me see if I can blow that up a little bit more.
Yep.
Oh, that's much better, I'll bet, for everybody.
Yep.
So, the pipeline was supposed to be completed in less than a year and cost financial partners $3.5 billion, but 4 years of coordinated cross-state grassroots resistance to the pipeline's construction has thus far prevented the Mountain Valley Pipeline Corporation from laying even an inch of pipeline in North Carolina soil. New county, city, state laws have a far reach in preventing pipelines that are slated to start in one state and end in another, as seen with Virginia state law that impacts the North Carolina section of the pipeline. Again, I'm sure they're going to probably make mention of the Colonial Pipeline, which are, again, our good friend Robbie Yeager, friend of the show, Robledo Fire, Politify News, Yeager.substack.com. By all means, give him a follow. We support independent writers here. But with the project over budget, lacking necessary permits, one financial backer of the Pipeline Corporation says it's reconsidering its 31% investment in the now $6.2 billion pipeline. And they're facing an $800 million impairment charge, which is a financial term to describe when the value has dropped below the cost to produce it. So they're going to take a write-down impairment charge. So,
right,
because they spent so much money over the years, continued legal and regulatory challenges resulted in low probability that it's ever going to happen. Okay? So, but this cross-state collaboration is only one of many where people power is waging a concerted and increasingly successful campaign against fossil fuel corporations and the harmful extraction they promise. Again, we saw what happened with DAPL and with Keystone XL, and now Keystone XL is not going to move forward. All right, organizers in Tennessee, North Carolina, and Nebraska have been proving that building collective community power can successfully counter big oil's moneyed interest.
Yeah.
Also, again, line 3, line 5, up in Minnesota. We don't want to see any of these things move forward. And you see the governor of California still authorizing new drilling permits, and the president still authorizing new drilling permits, and it's
yep.
And federal officials continue to subsidize fossil fuels despite scientific warnings to stop their sale and combustion. And we see a lot of car companies moving toward electric from internal combustion engines. And eventually, when we can get hydroelectric and wind power to our power plants, it will mean for cleaner power. Then it's gonna mean, millions of jobs and reforming the grid, which we're going to absolutely have to do, and shore up our infrastructure to do so. Critical to do that. Again, when a pipeline is proposed, those impacted either don't know about it until it's too late, or they don't have the access to the information or time to dedicate to showing up to all these meetings and giving comments. But when it came to laying pipeline threatening the Haw River, though, that wasn't the case. We really gave the power to the people who are impacted. So they give goals, they give some tips on how to stop a pipeline. There's a blueprint of what to do. The first step is educate neighbors and those who care about the land. Second is to make the building process as legally untenable as possible by advocating for the passage of new city and county laws and permits, demonstrating a pipeline's fallibility to state environmental agencies, looking at the amount of leaks and doing studies about similar type of pipeline leaks in other areas. Okay, it's hard to fight against major corporations when you don't have money, of course. Okay, the organizers and impacted residents are made to feel if they don't have money, they don't have power. However, Cavalieri's work is to disprove that hypothesis, which, bless him. Again, this is again pretty long article fighting for all the people in the river. Please go to Nation of Change. Again, I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now, but I'm going to put all these links in the Substack and in the descriptions all over after the stream is over. But we want to keep you guys here and hanging out, and but there's a link so you can scroll back up afterwards and go there. You can bookmark it. Okay, go there, but come right back.
Do it.
See? Thank you.
Do it.
Yeah.
Right. You got to stand
do
up.
it.
You got to say no. You got to start telling these people how you feel. And by these people, she means city and county officials, representatives from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and state agencies and boards tasked with evaluating permits filed by the construction company. You know, construction company, they want to build a pipeline. They want to serve the industry. And the state officials are supposed to listen to local businesses, but to the local residents. But what they're doing is listening to local businesses because they're getting drowned out. They're drowning out the local residents.
Yeah.
So, again, super, super long article. Look at how much it goes. Stories about, fighting Keystone XL for nearly a decade by building relationships between groups who on the surface skin in Nebraska and I believe in Montana. Only thing that stops these pipelines is if you lock up the land. Okay. The organization built out of the fight against Keystone XL, Bold Alliance, mobilizes communities to fight pipelines in multiple ways, creating easement action teams. Groups of landowners are represented by Bold Alliance's lawyers, and they ensure the pipeline companies won't approach or speak to the landowners without legal representation. They can't get bullied. They can't get strong-armed. They can't be lied to and fear-mongered about what happens if they don't play ball. Because that's what's happening. It's the same thing as union busting in a lot of ways. All right, not every pipeline battle leads to a win. Again, Line 3, like we talked about in northern Minnesota. And there's also Line 5 that's still in the process of being built. All right, even when we lose, there's something that's happened in our awareness and our attention and our intention and our ability to still fight on. It won't start the same. It'll be a little further. The people who are fighting that fight will be a little more ready for the next one. Well, yeah, experience does that. Shout out and bless these activists. I mean, they're doing the work of champions to help stop pipelines and protect communities and protect environment and protect streams and rivers and the air for our kids to breathe. And this was on March 26th. This was, again, about a week old, but I thought it was really important. And I didn't see anybody really talking and giving credence to this story. And we talk a lot about Duber stuff, but what can happen to stop pipeline and what happens when people come together? Kumbaya, here we go. But it actually does work sometimes. So, thank you, Nation of Change. Thank you to Yes Magazine and Ray for that. So we have got a couple of more stories to go, and we're moving along pretty nicely here. I like that. Next, we have got another Nation of Change story, but this one is actually an original from Andrew Emmett. I'm going to take a drink. But this one, again, what's happening with police brutality this week? Let me put the
that's an interesting segment. You can do quite a bit on that,
right? Well,
what's happening in police brutality this week? That seems like a fucking,
Well, we're covering a bunch of different topics today. So we covered Ukraine. We're covering the environment. Next, we're covering police brutality. We're also going to cover dark money and corruption, labor fighting back, and then we're going to get to some propagandists, that our favorite propagandists to dunk on and expose. So we're going to do some of that too. So 5 Pittsburgh cops fired after fatal arrest involving a stun gun, and none of the terminated officers currently face any criminal charges for causing the death of Jim Rogers after tasing him at least 8 times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Bad. Again, Nation of Change original. I like the little splash on it's very artistic.
Aesthetic.
On October, so again, 5 Pittsburgh officers have been terminated following an internal investigation. Here's what happened. Yep. On October 13th, Pittsburgh police officers arrested Jim Rogers, 54, for allegedly stealing a bicycle that was listed for sale on a lawn and trespassing on a porch. According to witnesses, Rogers was not aggressive during the incident, but police insisted he was non-compliant. And again, there's a link here from the Post-Gazette, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, from the actual incident themselves. Within 3 minutes and 18 seconds, Rogers was tased at least 8 times by one of the officers. According to the summary of the Critical Incident Review Board, Officer Gregory Boss and Officer Patrick DeSaro arrived after the tasing and helped handcuff him.
Dude, what the fuck?
Okay, again, at 10:57 a.m., so it doesn't say exactly when, but at 10:57, Rogers asked DeSaro and Boss for help while riding in the back seat of their patrol car. A few minutes later, Rogers slumped over and became unresponsive. He was then transported to a hospital where he received CPR treatment at 11:15. He was pronounced dead the next day. And again, this happened back in October.
Cops don't think tasers are non-lethal. They think of them as less than lethal. That's by definition what they are.
Okay. In January, the ME ruled the death accidental due to the acute global hypoxic ischemic injury to the brain.
Right. It's always accidental.
Well,
even though we know
a lot of that, that had to do with
lethal.
riding. That I'm sure had to do with being tased 8 times in 3 minutes. Are you kidding?
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying.
during a news conference, the Pittsburgh mayor and public safety director confirmed that 5 of the police officers had been terminated, while 3 others were reinstated. They declined to release the names of those officers.
Reinstated. Yeah.
Attorney Robert Del Greco, who represents Officer Gregory Boss, confirmed that his client, who had been fired, was one of the officers who had been fired after the internal review. Sorely disappointing the administration's termination. Of course they are. Then Blue Line, so that your listeners know, he's a nurturing parent, he's a doting husband, very active, and he's a 22-year veteran. And he tased somebody in 3 minutes and 18 seconds and put him in a squad car and let him die. Oh, yeah, there's that, too. With his impeccable record. Yeah. Mr. Rogers deserved to live a life of joy. He deserved to live a long one, the mayor said during a press conference. And he didn't deserve to lose his life at the hands of police officers.
Yep. It's literally Mr. Rogers.
Like 54 years old. Now, it does not say the race of the killed. None of the terminated officers currently face any criminal charges for causing the death of Jim Rogers after tasing. How?
It's
because everybody turned off their body cameras?
Probably.
Did
you even mention body cameras in there?
No. But it happened in the back seat of the police car while the cops were driving anyway. Were there cops sitting with him? No. There were 9 that tased him, threw him in the back of a squad car. Two were in the front seat. He was yelling to the guys, "Hey, I need help, I need help." And 15 minutes later, he's slumped over and dead next day.
Right.
Great. Okay. Yep. Thanks for that.
Didn't Tarantino do that?
Thanks,
do
BPD.
that scene already?
Good job. Unbelievable. Ugh. Okay, so that's our next shot there. Again, the Bong Father. Dare to be Darlene. Shout out to Darlene, one of our wonderful volunteers, friend of Indie Left, friend of INN, our amazing supporter, and we would not be where we are without her help. So thank you so much for all you do. And I wanted to just put this up for 1 second because I did do one, and I haven't actually shown this screen yet to anybody, but I did want to show it. Hey everybody, just a single shot. Okay. Just wanted to go single shot. Anyway,
you just wanted a single shot?
I just wanted a single shot. So next story, and this one's hilarious. Corporate hypocrisy. Suddenly Mitch McConnell is concerned about dark money. And this is again, friend of the show, Lauren Elizabeth, amazing writer. She's on Medium, xlauren-mx.medium.com. she has really, again, was a big believer in the squad, as we all were at one point. I think she probably held out hope a little longer than the rest of us did. But I think that she's really gotten the rotating villain. The game is up, at least for Lauren as well. And while she's still definitely an optimist and definitely wants to see positive things happen, as do we all. We get that hope is not coming from the progressive wing right now of the Democratic Party.
Nope.
And that so far this has been a failed experiment. Oh, look at this. And we can actually listen to this. Get out. Wow. I didn't know you could do that now. Maybe she's actually doing an audio read, which is badass if so. But
probably Caitlin Johnstone's husband, I imagine.
Amen for that. But Mitch McConnell, not a friend of the show. Definitely volcano-based solutions. Absolutely shameless, yes, 100%. And that might be a Captain Obvious kind of line, which I kind of agree with. Let's get his face off my screen, will you please? Let's blow this up a little bit more if we can. Okay, so of all the people operating within federal politics today, she's poetic. Few, arguably none, have been as nefarious or effective throughout their career than GOP minority leader, current GOP minority leader, Mitch McConnell, Senate GOP minority leader.
It's almost an oxymoron to have GOP and minority together.
Well, no, because he was the majority leader in the Senate for years. But it's not an oxymoron. Look, twice already in the last 15 years, he's been the minority. So over the course of decades, he's succeeded in achieving some of the most devastating core goals of the elite, and the country has felt the effects. Okay, perhaps one of the stealthiest and consequential avenues McConnell has used to achieve the goals of the donor class was through packing the courts, which in turn allowed for their victories in cases like Citizens United, now over a decade ago. So packing the courts, meaning that he holds up judicial nominations. I'm sure she's gonna make way for this, but talk about how he obstructs judicial nominations by Democrats and then rushes them through when Republicans are in office and in power.
Yep.
Okay, Citizens United, arguably the nail in the coffin when it came to protections from dark money infiltrating American political system, only fueled deep-seated divisions and feelings of hopelessness that accompany the political system where lawmakers are responsive to high donor dollars as opposed to their actual constituents. It's what we rail about every day, getting the money out of politics. So all that being considered, when it comes to his reasons for not supporting the current Supreme Court nominee, Ketanji Brown Jackson, his comments were interesting to say the least. Okay, and he's worried about her favored choice of far left dark money groups, which again, dark money groups on the right and the left are a problem, first to admit. But for Mitch McConnell, of all people, to be talking about dark money groups, I'll ask Mitch McConnell for an interview right now, for sure. I'll ask him when he's going to meet the Grim Reaper, because we would all like to know.
That would be the best meeting.
Okay. During the first day of Jackson's confirmation hearing, Senator Chuck Grassley feigned concern about the troubling role of far-left dark money groups in the judicial selection process. Really? The Federalist Society wouldn't have anything to do with any judicial selection process in this country.
He probably thinks the far-left dark money groups is fucking Ben and Jerry's.
No, what he's talking about are Soros, Open Society, and Bloomberg. Specifically,
right.
And it's dog whistling anti-Semitism on top of it, but they don't want to talk about that either.
Right.
Because even though they love Israel, that's where it kind of ends, and it's because Israel serves purpose for what they believe, because they're devout, extreme right-wing Christians. So,
Israel, no.
So
Israel.
There you go, Darlene. Thank you so much. Follow up to the last story. Jim Rogers was an unhoused black man. What a surprise that the police treated him the way that they did. Sorry.
Unhoused.
Unhoused. Yes, we don't like to use the word homeless because it's not about homes. Like George Carlin once said, they don't need homes, they need houses.
Yeah.
So Again, at this point, sickening does not begin to describe this level of dishonesty and hypocrisy, but it goes deeper than that. Doesn't this serve as a clear indication of how acutely aware the GOP is of the disdain the American people have for the clear corruption within our political system? Yes. It takes a level of manipulation and, frankly, sociopathy for the people most responsible to take that anger and flip it on its head. Donald Trump would be right there, too. The unmitigated nerve of Mitch McConnell, of all people, to feign concern about dark money influencing politics is incredible. And I would put Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi right in there. It's a uniparty. Okay?
Yep.
We are not going to not call out the Democrats or the Republicans, but this is specific to Mitch McConnell, Grassley, and the Republican Party and their brazen hypocrisy, which they really don't care. And they don't care who knows it, because in the end, they're still going to get votes anyway, and they know it. Because the Democrats are so bad that people will vote against them. Now, if Trump wasn't as awful as he was, we probably would have seen him reelected.
Yeah.
But you had a pandemic, you had the economy crash, you had lockdowns happen, you had people not get money, and if he had just either given them health care or given them money, he'd have been reelected. No question in my mind.
Yep.
Okay? As obvious it might be, feels necessary to point out that there are absolutely no far left dark money groups, let alone that there are powerful enough to hold sway over Democratic lawmakers. Mitch McConnell's merely doing what the GOP does best. Now, this is where Lauren and I are going to disagree a little bit. Now, again, I wouldn't call them far left, because I agree with her that there are no far left. However, what he's talking about, again, is the infiltration of the Sunrise Movement, for example, by Bloomberg, the infiltration of Justice Democrats by Open Society, and the massive donations that are going to fund those and foot the bill for those, and to assume that they're not going to influence policy or agenda in those organizations is naive, to say the least. When we can see exactly what's happening. Okay, who's being naive, Kay? Okay, so McConnell knows that sending these dog whistles will appear to his base's vehement hatred of Antifers and their misguided beliefs that the Democratic Party is somehow beholden to them. Democratic Party is just as neoliberal elite as anything. So, if discussions of far-left dark money groups gets the base distracted from the fact that it's right-wing elite like Charles Koch, who've bought and purchased the GOP. Charles Koch is dead, I believe. David Koch's still alive. Then, of course, Mitch McConnell will feed into it. But that's... Again, what else does he have to offer the average voter? Mitch. What does he have? I'm not a Democrat. And you know what? Right now, a lot of people like that. Now, a lot of people are doing
turtle impression.
Are doing end zone dances and cheerleading and trying to spike the football for Joe Biden and run interference and say he's doing a fantastic job.
When in reality,
not so much. At least we don't think so. So I would definitely you got to sign in with your Gmail, but give Lauren Elizabeth a follow. Give her a shout out. It's not her voice. It's just an automated reading, but
Speechify, yep.
I must have set that up. That's really badass.
I don't know.
I like that. Speechify for Chrome. 2 minutes, 25 seconds, you can listen to it read. And you don't have to listen to me read it.
Other readers are available.
Yes, that is correct. But you want to be here because I'm fun and we have good times anyway. What's up? Hey, everybody. We got 11 people watching right now live. How are you? Plus, however many on the Rockfin, as our friend Kate Cabello likes to say. A couple watching. Me and looks like Les Bones. And we got maybe a couple people watching on Telegram. If you're on Odyssey, shout out to Odyssey. If you're on INN, thank you for watching on INN, IndieNews.Network. Shout out to Noli D. Shout out to Darlene, Mad Crab, and Oz, E. Heller. The whole family for hanging out. Again, thank you so much for being here. Good to see everybody. So our next story, again, has to do with labor fighting back again. So again, we know all about what happened with Amazon labor this week, when we're so proud of our brother Chris Smalls and so happy for him and for all of the Amazon workers Here's another story that did not get as much play from Auto Force at Left Voice. Grocery store workers vote to authorize walkouts. Tens of thousands of workers at grocery stores in Southern California if their higher wages are not met. So this was in the OC Register. Okay, 47,000 grocery store workers in SoCal, after contract negotiations have stalled, authorized walkouts. Despite reaping huge profits during the pandemic, supermarket executives are refusing to meet workers' demands for increased wages, higher minimum hours for part-time workers, and health and safety committees at stores. Okay, again, this is, Kroger. Okay, strike would include 500 workers at over 500 Krogers, Ralphs, Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Okay, these workers currently make between $17 and $22.50 an hour after 5 to 7 years, less than the living wage for the area, which MIT researchers estimate at between $19 and $34 an hour. Again, these are people. These are not minimum wagers who are just starting out of kids out of high school. All right, the way that they talk about, quote unquote, the minimum wage. All right, so workers have seen.
I wonder what Kit has to say about this, with him having worked at Kroger's for a good minute. He speaks well of them.
Well, 10% of all Kroger employees, I believe, are homeless. Okay, according to this, the UFCW union have lost nearly 500 members since the beginning of the pandemic. Once considered essential, these workers are now being left behind by grocers who are squeezing them for bigger profits. They're also automating, and they invested, I know, in a big company out of the UK to automate grocery picking. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've been to a supermarket in the last two or 3 years. But most of what the people who work in the supermarket do now is they pick at-home orders for people to pick up later on, and then they have a crew that just loads cars up, and it's a whole factory line, effectively. So again, they're going to try to replace the people with robots at some point. Okay, the union is demanding wage increases of between $5 and $8 an hour over 3 years on workers' positions. Okay. They wanted to do an annual increase of 60 cents an hour. Crazy. E. Heller says Kroger Albertsons owns Jewel Osco in the Chicago area, a.k.a. The Jewels. Okay. Don't know that one. We're not in that. I'm in northeast, and we don't have Kroger's, at least by me, as far as I know.
It's interesting. If you told, 8-year-old me that a robot would go get your groceries for you and put it in your car, I'd be like, sweet, you know. But now it's because I wouldn't mind if the person who needed that job got funded somehow, that wealth that robot is making for a store is getting shared.
Again, we're asking for better wages. Inflation going up. Gas is $6-7, bringing 60 cents an hour to the table. Disrespectful. Totally agree.
Disrespectful.
Deonda Knowles, cashier at Ralph's. And that she said that in the to NBC Los Angeles. Supermarkets have used union busting and intimidation tactics, leading workers to file claims with the NLRB. Executives have also claimed that these wage increases would force them to raise prices, harming consumers. Okay. Consumers would face $400 more in monthly grocery bills. Come on. How about cutting your corporate profit percentage a little bit? Corporations are like Kroger attempting to pass the cost of inflation on to consumers while their profits are skyrocketing. Yeah, see? $4.3 billion, nearly doubling their profits between 2019 and 2021. Disgraceful. Okay. While calling their workers essential, CEO Rodney McMullen's compensation that year in 2020, $22 million. And frontline workers got their $2 an hour hazard pay cut. He didn't see his $22 million salary cut. He probably got bonuses on top of it and then got a raise the next year. Because they're turning out massive profits. $4.3 billion in profit. Yeah, they're gonna reward their CEO for that. Shareholders like that. Okay, but they could have chosen to pay their workers a living wage with that money, but instead they chose to fill their bosses' coffers. And that 4.3 billion, also again, that's profit. That's after cost of goods. That's factoring in all the increased prices. So I don't want to hear about inflation. I don't want to hear about supply chains. I don't want to hear about that nonsense. That's not what this is about. That's just straight corporate greed and profit for the wealthiest 1% that has more than they already need. Okay? The UFCW strike authorization comes amid increasing unionization efforts across the country, most notably Starbucks. We covered Starbucks last week, and the Seattle store that just voted 9-0 to unionize. Support for unions in the U.S. is also at its highest since 1965 at over 65%. Of course, less than 20% of all workers, and it may even be less than 10% of all workers, are part of currently unions. Comes again after Striketober, Minneapolis, Sacramento teacher strikes, and the many strikes that we've covered, from Nabisco to Frito-Lay to bus drivers to truckers to you name it. And we stand again in solidarity with all of these workers to fight for a living wage, to fight for working conditions, to fight for dignity and human treatment from millionaire bosses that are absolutely profiting and sitting back and living fat off the work and the backbreaking work of these people. I mean, we have a local supermarket, and I see a couple of these workers every day, and I offered to actually stop and pick them up in the car and give them a ride, because they're walking like a mile to 2 miles from a bus stop to the supermarket, back and forth. Yeah. And that walk in itself, in all kinds of weather, is 45 minutes to an hour each way. I mean, a lot of life today is about time. All right. And a lot of the convenience of time and the mobility that you gain with time, the time that you gain with mobility. Sorry, backwards, so it's a little high. It's the bong father of all, of course. But it's so critical, you know, and they literally kill themselves for us for a minimum wage, and it's and as Darlene says, food deserts exist. I mean, where you can't find certain fresh fruits, vegetables, and it's
I mean, it's
partially intentional.
It's also, and it's not even that they're doing it for us. Like, they're doing it for themselves because they need to work somewhere so that they can feed themselves. It's such a, like, the whole fucking thing is shitty to begin with, but it didn't used to be. Like, you know, it seems that we've gotten so far away from where people can actually survive that, like, even one of the most basic jobs, the you know, the grocer, right? It's like the grocer, the butcher, the candlestick maker, like, we're, you know, the baker, like those are things that of society. It's like when it's in your children's card games, like, it might be important, you know.
What isn't being
like
squeezed?
It's up there with doctor and, like, fucking, you know, they're just paid the fucking least.
Noli's saying in the chat that old people are being forced to sell their homes because of the property taxes going up, and they can't afford their homes. And SSI and SSD got $25 a month raise. Congress got 21% on $150,000. Right, they got a $30,000 a year raise for people that were already doing just fine. Most of them are already millionaires to begin with. So we got one more story, and I didn't want to. Sorry,
your face, fuck yous. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, we got one more story I want to get to because, you know, we've been doing a little bit longer shows this time. I did want to get to boats, and we want to try to keep it to like under 2 hours if we can. So diddly doot. And we're going to go to our brother, our INN friend, Indie Main, the Dissident. Okay, so again, we got to give this one a like, although I am INN. The Dissident published another one. He's been on a tear lately talking about Bellingcat. Bellingcat is, again, and they're going to talk about, he's going to talk about what they are and who they are and what they're doing and why we all need to be aware of who they are and dismiss a lot of what they say and take it at least with a grain of salt and consider what they're saying, why they're saying it, and what the motivations are behind that. So more detailed expose of Bellingcat's shady connections and propaganda, and he cites several examples here.
And this
so,
is after
Go ahead.
me and Colin covered one of his Bellingcat stories last week.
Yes, on INN News. That's correct.
And that was about their takes on Ukraine stuff and things like that. It was pretty good. And Colin wasn't really sure, so I think the Dissident came out and kind of expanded on why Bellingcat's, the way it is right now.
Yep. So recently he published this article like he showed, and that's again on his Substack, the 307.substack.com, but also co-published to IndieNews.Network.substack.com. So proud of that. Again, Indie News Network, collaborative group of 19 different content creators who are all independent. We all have our own channels. We all have our own outlets, audiences, experience, perspectives, and we all come together to share platforms, knowledge, and collaborate, guests on each other's shows, technical experience, and amplification to share each other's links and shows when we go live. Shout out to all the Indie News Network members. I know Noli D, she was just in the chat. She's a member. Of course, Reef and I are both members. War Deer Entertainment, you saw Warren in the chat before. He's also a member. We got 19 members. So if you go to IndieNews.Network, you can find all of our channels, and there's even now a link tree that has a link to find all of the members for Indie News Network and find all of their links as well. Noli, by the way, hi Noli, we shouted you out earlier. We did tell people to go to your DIYhero.org to vote for you for second place. Well, we want you to be in first place. You're currently in second.
Yeah.
So we want to help continue to lift you up there and get you the 25,000 so that you can build that safe house. You can contribute toward that safe house. Again, let's get into our friend the Dissident. So let's go back so I can crop this properly. Okay. Recently published an article showcasing Bellingcat's latest fake news story, and showcasing some of their shady connections to U.S. and U.K. security states. Again, the Gray Zone has published this, and they've been outstanding at pointing this out, but they're not the only ones. Jimmy Dore also has exposed a lot of Bellingcat, further reporting on Bellingcat's lack of expertise, security state connections, and the smearing of the OPCW whistleblowers. All right,
Amicus Baron's a big fan of them. Know.
Oh yeah, well, because they were founded by Elliot Higgins, a British blogger who used to write under the pseudonym Brown Moses. As Mark Ames pointed out, that the pseudonym was misleading, as it gave the impression that he was of Middle Eastern origin, when in reality he was a quote-unquote doughy, pinkish Midlands gamer. Great.
Jesus.
Okay. Despite being propped up as some kind of expert by mainstream media, Higgins lacks any real experience. A profile of Higgins in the New York Times stated that he attributed his skill not to any special knowledge of international conflicts or digital data, but to the hours he'd spent playing video games.
Ooh, that Call of Duty gave him that foreign policy information.
Which he said gave him an idea that any mystery can be cracked. Yeah, thanks for that. Okay, so before becoming a quote-unquote journalist, Higgins sold women's lingerie. Totally background that gives you the experience to analyze the complex military and intelligence situations. Higgins' research has been criticized by such experts as Ted Postal, a professor of science technology at MIT, in a debate with Higgins over the alleged chemical attacks in Khan Sheikhoun, Syria. Postal said of Higgins' work, there is no science at all in what was presented. None at all. Okay. Bellingcat is far from independent, as they're funded by the CIA, cut out the NED, as well as the pro-NATO think tank, the Atlantic Council, which itself is funded by Western governments, oil companies, arms manufacturers, and let's not forget the Ford Foundation and Rockefeller Foundation, which are also charitable cutout fronts that have been known to do a lot of work with U.S. intelligence. An article in Foreign Policy magazine quoted former CIA deputy chief saying, I don't want to be dramatic, but we love this, referring to Bellingcat's work. Of course they do.
They do.
Because they're serving
the empire.
Pretty much. So.
Sorry.
Right. Investigations from multiple independent journalists have exposed Bellingcat's connections to the security state. So here's Alan McLeod, one of the fans, one of my favorites, and one of the people that we showcase on a regular basis in MinPress News and Fair.
Yeah.
He was on recently with Katie Halper, but he exposed that many of Bellingcat's employees come from military and intelligence agencies. Nick Waters was an officer in the British Army. One of their contributors, Cameron Colquhoun, spent a decade in Britain's version of the NSA, the GCHQ.
Yeah.
So Aaron Mate reported on an internal UK government review. Oh, Aaron Mate. Yes, Aaron Mate, who I, by the way, spoke with on Monday on Useful Idiots on their call, and I dialed in and asked him about independent media. Fanto, shout out to Fantomas Fanto for clipping that and getting it up onto Twitter. Thank you so much for that. That was a lot of fun to have a chance to talk to Aaron. He was a little down on potentially collaborating. A bunch of lefty people thought there was too much personality and ego to actually make it work long term. But I'll be the optimist and I'll let him be the pessimist, and I'll be happy to try to prove him wrong. But again, UK internal government review of Bellingcat stated that they were discredited for spreading misinformation and being willing to produce reports for anyone willing to pay. Okay, Max Blumenthal, again, fan, where we support Max Blumenthal. We amplify all of these people's work. Okay, reported on leaked documents that show Bellingcat took part in a covert UK Foreign Office program called created to weaken Russia, similar to the way that they had infiltrated and tried to create the Afghanistan conflict through proxy war. All right. And then journalist Matt Kennard and Mark Curtis from Declassified UK, I believe, or Double Down News, it's declassified, reported that after the UK government identified North Macedonia as a priority country, they deployed Bellingcat, which later wrote a report entitled Russian Interference in North Macedonia, a View Before the Elections. So they focus almost entirely on enemies of the US and UK empires, namely Russia, Syria. As the previously mentioned Matt Kennard found last year, Bellingcat published 144 stories on Russia, 244 on Syria, compared to 5 on the UK and 17 on Saudi Arabia. How interesting.
Yep.
Using their own website and looking at their own tags, how many articles did they actually tag with that? Very interesting. They've also relentlessly attacked the anti-imperialist left. What a surprise, because they're serving imperialism. In a ridiculous smear article published in 2019, they alleged that prominent anti-imperialists were on the payroll of Assad because they received $2,500 from a California-based anti-war nonprofit headed by activist Paul LaRudie that they claimed was the Assad lobby. I believe this is what they try to smear Jimmy Dore with all the time. This right here. Okay? This is what it's all about. And here's the actual, I'm guessing this is probably, behind the headlines. That's Dan Cohen debunking it. So again, the piece smeared many prominent anti-imperialists, including the outlets Mint Press News, Black Agenda Report, Venezuela analysis journalist Max Blumenthal, Rania Khalek. Shout out to Rania. Love you, Rania. And commentators Kim Iverson and Jimmy Dore. We know our friend, the Debate Me channel. He loves him, Kim Iverson and Jimmy Dore.
Yeah.
Bellingcat has also attempted
to discredit the OPCW whistleblowers. For context, Donald Trump bombed Syria in 2018 over an allegation of a chemical attack in the town of Douma, the only time that they said he was presidential, if I remember correctly. Later, the chemical weapons watchdog, the OPCW, came out with a report that matched the U.S. government line that there was a chlorine attack done by the Assad regime in Douma. But later, some of the team's top inspectors released censored documents to WikiLeaks that undermined this narrative. The first attempt was when they published a letter that claimed to have been sent by the OPCW's Director General to the inspectors that debunks the documents released to WikiLeaks. But journalist Aaron Mate exposed that this was a draft letter that was never actually sent to the inspectors. Higgins has even listed the OPCW as a partner of Bellingcat and later backtracked, saying it was a copying error.
Unreal. I mean, stone cold busted. And still using this lie to this day to try to smear people, saying that this was not a draft. What?
Right.
Admits that it was a draft. Doesn't care.
You could smell it in the backpack. Okay, you could just smell it. All right.
Yep. Well, that's what the CNN reporter said. You could smell it.
Yes.
Okay. Keep in mind, the UK Foreign Office said Higgins was willing to write reports for anyone willing to pay. It is possible Higgins was working with the OPCW leadership in an attempt to discredit its own dissenting inspectors, who've been supported by Noam Chomsky, Daniel Ellsberg, and 5 former OPCW officials, including Nils Melzer, as far as if I remember correctly, the chief and whoever was the chief inspector. Nils Melzer is the expert on torture. In another bizarre instance, Bellingcat reporter Nick Waters and HuffPost reporter Chris York sent identical emails to WikiLeaks asking about the OPCW whistleblowers. As Aaron Mate pointed out, that this signals that neither Waters nor York wrote their overlapping questions or texts to begin with and received them instead from a mutual source and fired them off. From Higgins' lack of experience, the coincidence that they wrote the exact same thing at the exact same time and sent it to the exact same person can't be. So, from Higgins' lack of experience to Bellingcat's connections to U.S.-UK security state to his smearing of leftists and whistleblowers, Bellingcat should not be trusted as a source, or should at least, at minimum, be taken with a grain of salt. But no, should not be trusted as a source. Full disclosure, I did help dissident edit this article and just cleaned it up. Punctuation, spelling. Did not add any links or anything else, but it did help clean this one up.
Yep.
So that is, wow, an hour 20. That's a good number. See, I only had 6 stories. I was going to do 7, and I didn't want to pull anything out of today's edition. We can look at today's edition again. Shout out to Chris Smalls, and I will give the best article that I saw about Chris Smalls. Check that out, though. Look at those beautiful nuggies. I'm sure you're probably going to cover something about that, which is one of the reasons why I didn't. Organized farm workers win basic demands in a quick strike. How about that? But also there was an article, or maybe it was in yesterday. Here's how we beat Amazon. Jacobin, really? Really? Because you were behind Chris Smalls for 2 years? Really? Really? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I like the we.
I seem to recall things looking a little differently from our side, but I know that FHL RBN was certainly standing with him. Now these, David beats Goliath. No, workers banded together to actually tell their employer that they did not like what was happening. And certainly the way Amazon has been treating its warehouse workers, I didn't feel that it was necessarily a David versus Goliath situation, although there were a lot of odds and money and everything stacked against them. Right. There's your friend Extinction Rebellion, Just Stop Oil, block facilities across the UK. I know you love direct actions like that, so I wanted to shout out to Extinction Rebellion. Maybe it was yesterday's edition where it was at the top. I did want to give... here you go. It was also Left Voice. All right, they had a great... Tatiana Cozzarelli, again, all-star. Love her to death. Molly. These two are a great writing team. And they also did great coverage of what the final vote count was and tweets from On the Scene and from ALU and what the reaction was. This was just awesome stuff. So, again, shout out to Tatiana. Shout out to Left Voice. Shout out to Chris Smalls and all the Amazon workers. Congratulations on step 1. This is a big step. It's far from over. Company's going to do everything they can to fight it. They're going to do everything they can to mess with you and try to weaken the effectiveness of your union. You know, Chris Legion, I remember, did an awesome clip video about when his workplace tried to unionize, some of the tactics, even after they agreed to do it, that they used to try to torpedo it from the inside, even once it had gotten live. So, check out Chris Legion, another INN, IndieNews.Network brother, IndieNews.Network for all of the Chris Legion's channels. So we are going to now go to our toolbox, and I'm going to, ready?
And I watch mindless shit, boats that smash into other boats.
Hey, okay, we are at boats, and it is Reef's turn, and I get to sit back and drink some coffee and watch some Reddit.
Let's see. This is the right thing, right? Is what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's
this
the one.
Big set of news.
Ugh, CNN, gross, dude. Could have used anyone.
It was
CNN.
Yes, it was yes.
Gross.
I felt like it's you just pretty much need the headline. You know?
Yeah, the only problem with that headline is that it's not going to get through the Senate.
It's not going to be completely right. Well, interesting. I have a follow-up. And we'll see what you think when you hear the follow-up.
Hold on. You know what the rest of the word is? It pretty much just cuts off the last letter. So okay, what's the follow-up? Yeah, because I'm Big Bird.
Yep. So, the bill sponsored by Nadler, right? We talked about this a few times. I feel like, you know, the vote was 220 to 204, right? So, and I think I have the vote. Where'd the vote go? There it is.
Where'd you go vote?
So, 217 yays for the Democrats. 2 nays. I'd love to see who the 2 nays were. Right? And 3 Republicans voted yay, and 202 said nay in the House.
Okay.
So that's 220 yays to 204.
And you had 6 non-votes also, so that means that you needed fewer
and some
votes.
abstains.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know if it's abstaining or just we're not there.
Yep. But I wanted you to see this headline, right? This is also recent.
Yeah.
Right? So this would be Pelosi in the Senate.
No, Pelosi's in the House.
And I just found it. Is she?
Schumer's in the Senate.
Okay. But
you got to get past Manchin. You got to get past Cinema. You got to get past. You got to get a 60-vote Republican. You know, you had 60-vote majority to pass in the Senate, and there's some Republicans that do certainly want to see. Like Rand Paul will probably vote for this. Romney, as a business person, might vote for this because he's got moneyed interests, and his friends at Bain Capital stand to make billions, if not trillions, from the cannabis industry. Okay, they would only be doing it financially motivated to satisfy their donors, which is the reason why they do anything. But
well, hopefully they're motivated.
Every Democrat, you're gonna have to get every Democrat plus 10 Republicans to make this happen in the Senate. And my guess is this is theater. This is the Democrats that are running for the House.
And this is why I wanted you to see this, because to me, right, if Pelosi said the vote to legalize pot would not only signal a major shift in U.S. policy, but also deliver a stinging rebuke of the 20th century war on drugs, right? This momentous step help ends the devastating injustices of the criminalization of marijuana that have disproportionately impacted low-income communities and communities of color, and reflects the overwhelming will of the American people, the speaker said. So that's what worries me.
Pander,
Nancy Pelosi, right, if Nancy Pelosi is fucking okay with this,
pander.
I can almost guarantee you that it couldn't get through the Senate if she's willing to like pander like this.
Pretty much. What's going to happen again is that the Democrats are then going to run on this, okay, and say this is what we're doing. You can actually blow that up.
If we just had Republicans,
if only the big bad Republicans would vote for this. The Democrats passed it. Yeah, but you don't even have enough Democrats in the Senate that would pass this nonsense. Okay, number one. It's great. We would love for this to actually pass, but this is theater.
Yeah.
This is playing politics. This is playing to people's heartstrings. This is looking at the numbers and knowing that it's popular, but knowing that it's never going to happen. So how can we benefit from that? It's
Feel
gross.
free to send, a joint to your local senator.
It's gross.
And
it's brazen. It's naked.
Voice
and I don't like
your concerns.
And I don't like it.
Yep. So, but at least it passed the House.
Good job. Was Ro Khanna one of the two votes? One of the nays?
Probably. But anyway, so this went out this week, right? So recreational cannabis sales start Friday in New Mexico. I love how it's on the like greetings from El Paso, Texas.
Nice.
Because like you could also have El Paso, New Mexico, which is fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so New Mexico cannabis sales reached 1.9 million on the first day.
And what are they getting taxed from that? 10% probably?
Oh, God, probably, yeah.
There's probably a 10%.
If you were writing these articles,
tax?
they probably would say that in the article, but I don't think it does.
Higher prices for consumers.
$12.50 a gram.
Well, went up to $14. 400 a pound.
Yeah.
400 a pound.
400 a pound. Everything went up like 400 a pound overnight.
Oh, it went up like 400 a pound, not to 400 a pound. It went up by 400 a pound. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
BioTrack software. Interesting.
But anyway, I just thought,
wait, go back to that.
Go back down.
475,000. Yeah. Scroll up. I saw something about $475,000. Lujan.
BioTrack was. Yeah.
Now, her husband is a senator who is currently in the hospital. He had a stroke. And he's a Democrat who can't vote because you have to be present physically to vote in the Senate. So what it means right now is that there's a 50-50 split. And you need, what's her name to break the tie? Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
God. I wonder what the cop's going to do there.
Do not come.
Anyway, so that was a thing.
Did we say Mexicannabis? I don't know. Maybe.
Mexicannabis. New Mexicannabis.
New Mexicannabis.
New strain name, probably. So we've covered Chef Anna before.
She's great. Love her.
Whoever this dude is who goes out and does this, you guys are fucking saints. There should be one of you in every city.
You know what? I just noticed that you're cut off.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. No problem.
Reason?
You got something under your cart here.
You fixing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me when it's fixed.
Why is it?
And fixed?
No, because I now have to tighten you up here.
Okay.
Do that.
I just had to, like, the box has to be, like...
Yeah.
I can't do it with this box because I'm in, like, a tiny box.
I'm in a tiny box. Okay. Now we're
all
good.
What's the deal?
Now you can actually see the Reefer After Dark logo and stuff. Nice.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. No problem. You got something under your cart here. What is it? This yours? Yeah.
Oh, shit. Look at the whole jar.
What is that? Marijuana. Oh, shit.
Marijuana. Shit. That's marijuana?
What's with the face diaper?
It was on the cart, dude.
Here, you got something to put a couple in?
No, I don't. You know what?
Here, just shove in the Walmart bag, dude.
Bro, he's throwing you nuggies for free? Thank you.
Okay,
What?
Yeah, you know what? Here, take the rest of it.
What?
How dope is that?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
How better would your day be if that happened to you?
See, you know,
from all I've heard, this is over near Rome's neck of the woods. So
we need,
find this guy, Rome.
We need intermission music with that. Let's all go to the lobby.
Go to the lobby.
Because I need a bong hit, and like I want to go take one, but let's all go to the bong hits. Let's all go to the bong hits. That's right.
This is why you take an edible an hour before, right? This is why you take an edible the hour before.
Mean. Nice.
An edible I took an hour ago. Yeah, there was a couple of Will Smith memes. First dab of the day. My lungs.
Nice.
Figured we'd showcase the real important news this week.
Welcome, E. Heller, Noli.
So,
Lady Alex M, I saw you too. Oh, I like that. What is that?
So this is a new a stoner brain has achieved epiphany this day, right? So you take your oney,
okay,
right?
I got one of those,
and you make like oney rounds, right? At like a little tiny mini joint, right? That you can just stuff in the end of the oney.
Okay, but why would you want to smoke paper out of a oney?
Because it's convenient. Like it's like I have 3 bowls ready. And it's more like a chillum, not like a oney. You know?
I guess. Sure.
It's like meal prepping your weed.
Sure.
You know? It's like, all right, it's dude, it's literally like firearms. This is a firearm starter. We gotta load the barrel. You know? Fucking like anyway, I just thought it was an interesting idea, you know?
Yeah, so did Beverly. She
says
that's
stoners
smart.
out there. Yeah, that's a fucking smart move. So any plans for Easter?
Nice.
Easter is just around the bend for people who celebrate that. I feel like
awesome.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in on that?
Easter's non-denominational.
Let people see the glass slide. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Dude.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep. I fucking love that shit. I got some other innovations. So this is what the military has recently invented. Right? This is called peace ammunition. This is how we spread peace around the world.
Sure.
But
I'm feeling like give peace a chance.
do you know what time it is?
It's
How dope is that?
MacGyver. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Can you
MacGyver. That's like
imagine
James
that?
Bond kind of shit right there. Oh, I need one.
Like, hold on. I gotta grind some weed real quick.
No, it looks like a
Doesn't
tag.
it? Yeah, it's got a bit of a Rolexy thing going on for sure.
Ooh, that's
big dial.
That's some badass stuff.
That's
right
dope.
there.
That's what I thought. You know what else? Stoners have figured out how to do?
A lot.
Dumb shit.
Oh no.
Dumb shit.
That is
you need some stoner eye bleach after that.
Ew. Gross.
Here, let's have some stoner eye bleach.
Are we making pasta?
I hope.
Sorry, I was watching a video.
It's not quite pasta. You'll see what it is at the end.
These dumplings,
meat
dumplings.
No,
Creme fraiche.
Although they could be creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche.
Then we fold it all up. Then we do that.
I have a feeling that's
we cut all the things,
whatever that is.
And then we do that. And then we brush it with the good stuff. Yeah, wow. That stuff. Yeah, that's some baklava, son. Fucking. But yeah,
yum.
I just thought all the stoners should go get real hungry.
That looks.
And then they try to recreate that, and this is what they get. Like, who did this?
Cocoa Krispies and toast.
Like nice. 3 toasts, and they've hollowed out the middle to make a bowl. Nice. Like, why is that? That's definitely fucking
modern problems without modern
there.
Solutions.
No bowls, no problem. Ugh. The dangers of marijuana. Beds should look like beds.
Oh my god.
I ordered this when I was high because I thought it was a giant ice cream sandwich. It's not. It's a bed and not the $150 ice cream sandwich I wanted. Fucking.
Oh my god.
1 star. Beds should look like beds.
Not an ice cream. That does look strikingly like an ice cream sandwich. And if I were
Doesn't
high,
it?
I would totally think it was an ice cream sandwich.
Yep. I got so high the other night, I put food in the oven and went to go set the timer on my phone, but I accidentally set my stopwatch. So I just ended counting how long it took to burn chicken nuggets.
Oh, God.
About 78 minutes.
Oh, they would really be crispy then. 78 minutes.
Those nuggies died for science, God damn it. No matter how sad it is,
really crispy
it was
chicken
worth
nuggets.
it. Damn right they were. They were
Super
carbon
crispy.
foam at that point.
Whew.
Oh.
E. Heller wants ice cream.
When people ask me why I'm always smoking weed, without my cookies, I'm just a monster. Fucking. Yep.
Shout out.
Like you and fucking coffee.
I actually got my picture taken with a fake Cookie Monster dressed up in Vegas last month when I was there.
Shout out fake Cookie Monster in Vegas.
That's right.
You a fucking real one.
All the characters that work in the street. Hey, everybody walks past them, but they're a good time. Throw them $5 and take your picture with them. It's fun. Everybody back home remembers it, especially if you got kids. I took pictures with the Paw Patrol dude. No, not
The
Paw
Paw Patrol dude.
No, it was but it was Rubble. So it wasn't the cop. I wouldn't go for Chase. No, Chase wasn't around. That's it, son. Rubble. The construction worker, the guy who built shit. That's right.
I do feel like Cookie Monster is the stoner of Sesame Street. It's
That's
like
right.
that, and like Oscar's probably his dealer. You know?
Yeah, that's a good bet.
You know?
That's a good bet.
So we don't know what Bert and Ernie are doing, but they're having a good time.
Oh.
Just like this baby's having a good time. Look at the baby. We're in Dad Zone. We made it. You've had a lovely day of dad zoning today, from what I've remembered. It was pretty good.
We took my kids to Hibachi about 2 months ago, and they saw the fire with the volcano, and they were absolutely traumatized. 6 and 4, never seen that before.
Right. Watch this one. You ready?
Oh boy.
Oh shit! Fire! It's fucking awesome. I love that. Do it again. Like. His iPhone, you're like, oh yeah, I love it.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Look at that! Oh, that's fucking great. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. It's just fucking
I
baby.
just dealt with that trauma about 2 months ago. All right.
Right.
This is Top Golf.
What do you think is going to happen here?
Either he's going to hit somebody in the nuts, or he's going to hit a crazy shot and get like a hole-in-one.
Okay.
Oh! I was wrong on both accounts.
Fucking the flat.
I'm so glad they got that on tape.
Yep. We got the goat and the goat, future goat.
Uh-oh. What's the goat gonna do to the girl?
That's it. It's just this.
That's adorable.
I love that thing.
That's friggin' adorable.
It's adorable, isn't it? Oh. So, the Council of Dads has found a new sport. Right? This is now RC Sumo. All right, boys, start your engines. Yeah.
Last man standing?
Get out of there.
It's the Royal Rumble.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's the Royal Rumble. You're gonna get DMCA'd for this.
I know, right?
DMCA.
Oh, yeah, come on. There you go.
We don't hear the music. Turn that music down, dude. Come on.
Who wins?
Who wins? Is it green? Is it red? They're both sideways. Who's it gonna be? They're hooking up. They're dancing. Oh no.
We'll skip forward a little bit.
Ah!
Green won.
Yay.
Shout out Green. We're gonna get an interview with Green after the show.
Oh boy.
But I figured we go from dad competition to real competition.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, do it up, kids. You got this.
Woman?
Oh, you gotta go. Win for a kick. Yeah, do it. You gotta get in there. You just gotta go. You can't just bounce there, kid. You gotta go.
Hit. Do something.
You gotta
okay,
do it.
We're just jumping.
You gotta do it.
We're jumping.
We're just jumping.
We're
having a good time. But
we're getting ready. We're getting ready.
We're gonna do it.
Do nothing.
You guys gotta fight. You guys gotta we gotta have the action. Like you gotta hit here. Like they're like we're bouncing.
Recital.
We're doing that.
It's a dance recital.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
Bump bump. I just thought that was adorable and cute. Oh.
Okay. Yeah! Dad's on level 500 right there. That's right. That's right, because the big brother's always going to want to blow out his little brother's candles 100%, and the kid's going to start crying.
He's so upset that he wasn't able to.
Oh, that's so good. No! Yeah, dude! Yeah! Yeah, get him! Get him! That's right, you deserve it.
I take it this kind of thing has happened at your house.
That's right, you deserve it. It ain't your birthday. It ain't your birthday. That's right. Indie Man should be. You're right. Indie Man should be a funny show.
Yeah.
Amped up Indie as if I'm not. Oh, hey now, that's a little flip. Whoop. Whoop.
I just love how crazy that was. What was that?
Water is powerful. Whoa, whoa.
Isn't it? Oh.
Play with water.
It's fun watching the flip. Wee! I can't pause that one, so we have to like go to this one. All right. Oh, this one's ridiculous, and I'm not sure what's happened, but I feel like you might be able to explain something.
I'm sure I can.
Right?
I've been through this.
All right. You've been through this. Hold on, let me get the volume up.
Carson, are you kidding me? Hey, no. Bruh. Are you kidding?
Bruh.
Are you kidding?
Oh my God. Why is he mad?
So like we've got this kid. Look at this kid.
He's pretty mad.
What is that?
Are they twins?
Carson, are you kidding me? Hey, no. Bruh. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
What the
fuck? There goes all the nachos.
That's what happens when mommy and daddy try to take a nap for 20 minutes.
Yep.
But
yes, it is.
They weren't really trying to take a nap, kids. Anyway. Wow, yeah, that
for
is
20 minutes.
That is a temper tantrum meltdown.
Yeah. Oh.
Beverly nailed that.
This one's in slow motion. Slow motion videos are, I think, the best. Oh. You get so much time to see what's happening. You know?
No. Oh, no. Oh.
Whee!
Oh, ow! Doink, doink. The double.
Why?
It's a double.
Like,
doink, doink.
What did they think was going to happen? I mean, she fucking slams the ball on that kid.
I'm sure she did not think that it was going to stoop ball fucking hit her in the face.
No.
I'm sure she figured it would bounce either straight up or continue the momentum sideways, not bounce right back in her face. Ouch.
Right?
Ouch. As Jimmy Superfly Snooker once said. Oh,
Jimmy Fly Super?
Superfly.
What do you think's gonna happen here?
Yeah, Daddy's not gonna like that Oculus. Oh! Ooh.
Oh. And you hear the wife?
No.
Listen to the wife at the end. Oh shit! Like,
that dude's got a controller in his hand on top of it, like,
right?
And he's like full on what? Dude, you're lucky that kid didn't get knocked out.
Dude, there's no way he didn't. That kid's out, dude. That kid's out.
Right
I mean,
on
I
the
think the
chin.
dad pulled it a little bit, but like, it definitely was like
right on the chin. Wow, that's an interesting looking dog.
Isn't it? It's like a weird puppo. Yeah, I agree. Oh. So after that, the dad has to get one back a little bit, right?
Oh,
I mean,
no.
you can't just walk the kid,
I see
right?
a skater. I see. Okay. Oh, did he just break his foot on the brick?
Again?
He just broke his foot on the brick hard. Oh.
It's when you finally notice what happens. This is the one earlier when I was like, the order. It's like we have the kid, and then we have this. But the best bit is after.
Are you okay? Oh! Are you alright? Are you alright? Dad, are you alright?
Are you alright? Are you alright? Fucking
no.
Dad, are you
I'm
okay?
not alright, you little fuckers.
No. Oh, dude, he slams his foot into that so hard.
Fully fledged, like oh, he catches the top right at the top corner,
like right at the
corner.
Yeah,
no, right
dude,
at the top corner of the fireplace. Ow, that's brick. That doesn't feel good.
All right, we need something to feel better.
I have those.
We need something. We need
cars and buses. Yeah, we have
when
those.
My 4-year-old is more emotionally intelligent than me.
I can do it. Babe, you can do it. You can do whole thing. I love you.
Yeah.
I don't like when you take things away from me.
Yeah, kid.
But now it's my turn.
Psychologist.
And I'm done. I know it's hard to wait sometimes.
I know it's hard to wait. Listen to this empathetic little kid. He's a good big brother. Aww.
I know, right?
Aww, he's such a little protector. Well, if only my kids would do that.
I know, I knew you'd say that shit.
I
knew you'd say that shit.
Try to,
why can't those be my kids?
Mommy, Ava's fully closed. No, don't tell her. I want it to be a surprise.
Right.
That was a 20-minute meltdown in my house today.
Was it? That's funny.
It sure was. I had to send somebody to the room. Over cleaning.
This is watch this bit of dadness.
Uh-oh. Somebody's gonna end up in the water. Or the fish. Which one? Hey, I'm very proud of myself. No.
Bye, iPhone.
The ocean got a very nice picture.
Yup.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yup. This is a fancy slide.
Eric T. Red, welcome for some boats.
What's up, Eric?
Oh boy. That's a cool slide.
Nice.
Oh no! Oh, maybe not such a cool slide. Oh. The rollers. Nice. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God.
It's like a moving floor at the freaking airport. Oh.
That was a fucking slam and a half.
Oh, that's gonna be bloody.
Yep. broken nose, maybe even.
Oh, that's poor kid.
El perro luce el dog. And a little Imanari roll right here, and then
Wow,
and fucking gone. Like,
the wrestling dog.
He just
Where's
he
his
hits a perfect
mask?
Imanari here to X guard, and then shows him off.
Get him a mask.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's gonna be great.
Wow.
The kid also is super unhappy at that. Like, why?
Jiu-jitsu doggo is what it is.
Yep.
Nice.
Jiu-jitsu, yep.
Jerks. Yep. Yep.
So we made it out of the dad zone and into the dog zone. Okay. I just love the Dutch angle this starts to get because the like camera is like going and like, she asked him to come here. I was like, okay. Oh God.
Welcome home.
This one gets me, and I'm gonna pause it at where it got me.
Is that
and
an
you're gonna
alpaca?
be like, yep,
It looks
I
like
understand.
an alpaca.
It's a llama.
Okay, I'm close.
Close enough. Like, weep, and like that, like the pause it in here, like anything. He just gets a super, like, it's just a weird lean to him. Like,
I was like doing
like
a flex.
extra
Yeah, I
with
know
it.
I can make it.
Like, whoop. Like, you know, I don't know. I just thought it was fucking just a weird maneuver. Oh
boy.
This is how this is you a lot of times.
When the documents were in place, Buford.
What?
Listen.
What?
Now get this. That's when the subcommittee had to reallocate the funds, and then
That's me at about 6:45 every night.
when the documents were
I
in
love
place,
the,
Buford.
What?
You listening?
What? What? Okay, good night. Like,
Beverly, this segment is called Boats Smashing into Other Boats. That's why he said boats.
it's just mindless shit.
Touchy.
I'm here. Did everyone at home flinch on that one? That one's a pretty flinchy one.
I back up.
You literally, it's from our Don't Flinch. This one's great.
Their hate, that's what it needs. Another one. These kids shouldn't even be in production, right? We've made this big.
Yeah, you tell him, Bird.
Wow.
Fucking bullshit. I know.
We can throw it exactly where it belongs, right, Pebble? Right in the garbage.
Fuck, it sounds like Bubbles.
They suck.
Bird montage, nice.
I know, right?
That's right. Censor that bird. Don't censor my bird.
Censor that bird. The other bird. Oh, and I could just. Oh God, just what? Hey, I'm sleeping here. Hey, fucking what? Hey, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. This is my shit. Mine. Like, how did he get in there? And if I get him, do I get him as the prize? Like, you know, do I get to take home the Mimi? Oh, so this comes to our the future sucks segment, right? And so do you see this? Do you see this thing? Right? Okay, so you know,
That's
if
the
you
air
thought
taxi,
rich
right?
people already were bad,
The air
the
yacht.
air yacht.
Oh my God.
The air yacht.
That's nice.
helium powered.
Wait, what? Didn't they try that something called the Hindenburg once?
That was hydrogen.
Oh,
pretty sure, which is even worse.
Oh, definitely.
Even room for a helipad. It says you can like fucking get up there with a 22 guests and 11 cabins.
What?
Right during flight, the compressed helium would be released into each of the sites. Blah blah blah. Right. So and then also you could just plop it right down on the boat. On the fucking waters. So I'm hoping we get some boats smashing into other boat segments of one of these. You know?
I would definitely like to see that smash into another one of that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
If that could happen. Thank you. So I don't know if you saw this fucking weird fucking nonsense. So Food Project proposes Matrix-style vertical chicken farms.
Ew. Oh my
So,
god. Oh,
yeah.
that's a chicken.
That's a chicken.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's creepy. Is that Neo? Is that a Neo chicken?
That's the Neo. We got to get him out. You know, we got to send.
Where's Morpheus?
Is it? Yeah. Was it Demi Moore?
No.
Right.
What's her name?
No. Who was it?
What's her name? Carrie Ann Moss.
That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, watch this fucking guy right here, and tell me what you think he's doing wrong.
Hmm? Don't turn around.
Why was he like? What is he cleaning?
Don't turn around.
What is he cleaning?
I have no idea. The railings?
I don't know. Oh, so this is also the future sucks, but also how good babushkas are. Babushkas are good people. So she's trying to cross the road, right? And she waits for this robot thing.
The delivery truck, right?
And she fucking tells the fucking thing to wait, and then like, yeah, no, come on, robot thing. Like, get across the road. Like, normally aren't you supposed to like let little old ladies? You're supposed to help them, right?
That's
like,
little old lady helping robot across the street?
Robots. Right.
Okay.
It's like literally a fucking Asimov movie at this point. So I thought you would enjoy this so much.
My mom thought she got tickets for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was in fact the Chili Pipers.
Hello,
Debbie.
And hi, Emily. We heard you went to the wrong show.
Oh my god!
Debbie.
Emily, we love you. We invite you to any show you want to come to. Please come.
Those guys are awesome.
Courtesy and love.
I love those guys.
Come.
Bro, did you ever see the movie The Chase with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
They're great in that movie. Like Dale and Lance from the van. Dude, so good. So good. Flea. Shout out to Flea. Decades of fun and amazing music. Thank you. Entertainment. Okay.
So
Rockstar. I see
right. So
Shuey.
this is a tragedy in our time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me make sure the volume is up.
Stay on the bike! Oh my god, it's gone!
Not the Happy Meal!
Not the Happy Meal!
The kids are gonna be so upset.
You know where he got the Happy Meal though? He got it from this guy. What is that guy?
Oh my god! What the? Oh,
what is that?
Is that a joint nose?
I don't know. I don't know.
How many arms? Wow, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Is that an anteater? He's got.
I don't.
He's got 4 arms. No burgers, by the way. He's got a Happy Meal. He's got a drink. He's got fries, but
he's got fries. No burger. Someone took the burger.
And what's in the other hand?
Is this
that,
what is it?
Mondo?
Vishnu? What is this? McDonald's Vishnu? Is that what it is?
This is definitely not the United States. I can tell you right now. Yes, it does.
It has welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
Do you
and
think
this is
that
like
there
a
are
regular
other countries that
handicap
speak
parking?
English? Do you think there
yes,
are
but like yes, but like sure. This seems like a very American McDonald's.
No.
Other than this,
seems
other
like a
than
very
this,
Beverly Jensen, I think, has it right. India would be my guess.
You would think so.
India, they speak
but
English.
I wouldn't think of them. Sure, but I wouldn't think they would write all the signage in English. McDonald's
Why not?
doesn't do that elsewhere.
Is that McDonald's? I wouldn't think that's the entrance to McDonald's, but maybe not.
You don't even think this is a McDonald's?
Nope.
This is just like a fake.
Yep, like a building that it happens to be near.
Okay.
Like a weird angle.
Okay.
Yep.
So
you can pump it. Pump it. Louder!
Yep. You could. Your dad let you pump the ball this time.
Damn.
Pop. Oh, it's gonna explode.
Listen to me.
Pow! Yep. That was coming.
Yep. Yep.
Saw that one coming.
Oh.
You want me to show you tough? I'll show you tough.
Oh. Oh God.
He's doing it. You got him.
You got
yeah.
Bob.
Oh. Dude, I can do better fucking spinning back.
Come on, man. You gotta get your leg a little higher than that, bro. Come on. Even I can get my leg higher than that. Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Oh.
That's gonna leave a mark.
You go. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
You guys don't like this one?
Oh, no.
Okay, we got the apple up there.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. At least he bumped into it. Oh, I got it.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Shout out to Rome.
Isn't that good?
Poor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. This is how you start
in
Russia. In Russia.
It's got a fucking lawnmower engine in it. Yeah, it does.
How fucking great is that? Do you know how much fucking swearing you have to do to start this car properly? Like,
Not much, apparently. Look at Dmitri. He is moving. He is moving slowly, but he is moving.
He is going. He will get the vodka for us
Is that his
at
ladder?
town.
It's
It will
Chaika.
take
I think
him.
that is his ladder.
I love the fucking just single pull.
Oh, apparently,
so happy
look
that
at
it cranked.
The McDonald's Weevil is in Enterprise, Alabama, according to E-Heller. Thank you, Bacon.
Oh, it's Alabama. That
Yep.
must be inbred Ronald then.
Yeah, that is definitely inbred Ronald.
Oh, so we go from that car to this car.
Birdie. That's a Porsche.
This is in the showroom, right?
Uh-oh.
Do you know what could possibly happen here? Have you ever heard of stories like this?
No. No. I have not. I have not. I spent more than 20 years in the car business and been in thousands of dealerships literally in my lifetime. I've never seen
And that's
that.
never happened?
Nope.
Just a car goes straight out the, you know...
Not unless the doors are open first.
Gone.
He's not making an exit yet. No, especially not with like that. As expensive a car as that is. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
that sucks. Insurance, hopefully.
Somebody.
Oh, so I made it.
WT fuckers.
WWTF. Yep. So I've made it to the ladies portion of tonight's segment. Right.
Okay.
Oh. So this is a hack. Right. It's on.
I already hate this
Uh-oh.
because I had to put a bra on. I don't wear at any time, ever. Okay. Oh man.
What? The.
Okay. She went
Hello.
like this, and then she went. Hoopa! Oh, that one's nice. I like that. Now this to stick my head through. Okay. My knees. Okay.
She's totally gonna fall on her
Where
back.
are you, Terry? In the tiny hole with you, my
Oh, the shirt's coming off.
My tits are bad, aren't they? She got more better. It's called quad titty.
The quad titties.
It didn't work how I thought it was gonna.
Beverly says the trick is she should lie down.
Oh, is that what it is? Got it. Got it.
Nice.
Okay.
Holy crap,
So-
that's great.
Hold on, I had to plug my headphones back in. There we go. All right.
Okay.
This one's also equally
is
as
she
funny.
taking off her panties? Yes, she is. Oh my. Oh! No! Hey now.
Is that what you were thinking?
I did not think that he was going to asphyxiate himself with the panties. No.
well, it's not.
Yeah. It's not supposed to go over the mouth. I want to see it like pull his nose up like a pig, like Porky Pig. Oh my god! Lost.
This was a Tinder hookup, right? And this is what he took his date out to go do.
Tinder hookup. Oh no! She got pile driven, literally, and suplexed. Oh my god! Who's the date?
Some Russian lady.
Wait, no.
What?
I mean, was the dude in the ring her date?
I don't think so.
Or was he
I
just
think it was
watching her
another-
get the shit beat out of her by a wrestler?
I think the second, yes.
That's even worse. Hey, baby, let's go on our first date, and I'm gonna watch you get the crap beat out of you by somebody else, by a random third party. Here you go. What do you think of that?
No, it's a normal day. It's a normal day in Russia. What do you?
Nice.
What do you mean? Oh, so
Russia. Wrestler beat you.
A wrestler beat you.
Okay. What do
I'm not gonna
got?
fuck with my friend. Yeah. Oh, this is
Nice.
fucking dumb dude shit. Oh. So you what do you think's happening?
Train. Ruh-roh. Whoa!
Oh god.
Whoa!
That
Wow.
was very close.
Mm-hmm.
That was very close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
Wow. Damn. That was almost a snot film.
that thing, he would have been gone.
Headphones on? Hard of
Yeah,
hearing?
probably. Yeah.
That wasn't just out running a train. That was just out walking a train.
Average day in Swedish home. Here we go. What do they have in Sweden?
Lots of things. Fire.
Meatballs that come from where?
IKEA.
Right.
Fan! Fan, vad är bordet någonstans? Var är det där bordet? Jimmy, var är det där bordet någonstans?
Oh, God. There goes the IKEA.
Oh, my God. That thing just exploded?
Yeah.
Why?
With the proclaimers in the background. Like, just the chaos. Why did you do that?
And I would 500, right? That's
100 miles and yeah.
I thought this side may be Giants, but maybe not.
That's the proclaimers.
All up in your ass, nigga. Fuck you talking about, niggas be trying to tell me, nigga. You don't even know what I do, nigga. Niggas be trying to front on me, nigga. I don't even gotta pull a gun on you, nigga. I could just have your ass shit in yourself. Shit in yourself. Oh, I'm gonna shock this can. Look. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now I'm about to shock this.
Uh oh. No. Ah!
Oh God, they're fucking lying about it too.
And electricity. Do not make smoke. Dude. Yeah, look at his boy. He's cracking up. Oh shit, I better make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be fine.
Oh my God.
This guy, on the other hand, I don't know. All right, you ready?
I see the shadows. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's not okay.
Son.
He's not okay.
Oh, shit, son.
I did hear that shit, son. Whether that was you.
Yeah, like, no.
Oh, shit, son.
Oh.
Nope, that's in the video.
That's great.
Oh. Hello?
Very funny.
I pressed this button, didn't I?
Did you?
There we go.
Did you? See, we got a few more.
Yeah.
Doing donuts in an icy car park, okay? Uh-oh. They're going to smash into each other. Almost guaranteed.
They're so far away, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're so far away, though.
It does
just
not
like
matter.
Stop.
It's like magnets.
Just stop.
Oh! Like magnets. It was guaranteed.
Like, why?
Ouch.
It's like, how many chances did you get? You got, like, multiple revolutions. You got, like, one. Oh, man, we're going towards that thing. Maybe we should, hey, we're still heading towards that thing. Hey, that thing's still there. You think we should, like...
E-Helix is, that's why they put the chains there with the guy running, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Tinted windows. Less visibility. Nice. Very funny.
Oh.
Okay, what's going on here?
What could go wrong?
Uh-oh. Is that a slide? What is that? Oh, my. Oh, boy. What?
This should be fun.
Oh, my God. What the hell is he riding on?
Shit!
Oh, my God. He's got a selfie stick? Oh! Boom, boom, boom.
Like, the speed he gets, like...
Yeah, dude, he gets some mo.
Wee.
There go the glasses. And there goes him.
Yeah, and then just
and there goes the camera.
And the light speed. Like... Oh. So, we saw one last time I was here that went well.
Well, but that was a demolition. They intended to do that.
Yeah, they're also intending to do this one. But they don't intend to have happen what happens.
Wrecking ball. Okay, is there a dude up there?
No.
Okay. Is that stuck?
One more should do it.
Okay. I don't think that's the spot, bro. Oh! Get out of the way! And that was... Uh-oh.
He run!
Oh, no.
Run!
Oh, my God. It's crushing Ukraine. Ukraine is gone! Literally. Oh, sorry. That's misinformation. Ukraine is not gone. His crane is gone. Holy shit.
His crane is gone. Oh.
Ukraine! Ukraine is gone, dude. Wow, that is crazy.
Yep. That's the name of the subreddit. Crazy fucking videos.
Okay.
So last one is just
All right.
fun one for the ending our stuff. So
Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Today I am going to make a new video, so please whatever. Please I want to reach 1 million likes. So please
Okay, everybody remember to subscribe. Thank you.
Subscribe, please.
Oh my God.
Please subscribe.
I blame Putin. Yep, blame Putin for that collapse not working. Definitely, it's Vlad's fault.
Yeah, it's definitely Vlad's fault.
That's the end of our boats, and I will go to Luma Wipe so that it doesn't do that again. Reef is torturing me and tormenting me, so that means that it's time for the Bong Father to go do what he must do. It is Sunday evening. It is a work night, and it is kind of late, but we are still partying a little bit on Sunday night. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. This was fun. Another week. Episode 30. Can you believe 30 episodes? 32 weeks ago.
That's twice 15.
32 weeks ago, we decided to do this, and here we are. And now we got the Bong Father. And we got the Reefer After Dark. So...
It's a good brick.
It's a good brick. So definitely, again, we're going to have a ton of clips this week. So subscribe to Rockfin, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to Rumble, and Odyssey. We are, again, going to be on Sabby Sabs on Friday night at the 8 o'clock hour, joining her to do the news. We were on with Warren last Thursday, and there'll be a couple of clips coming from that, as well as the full stream. Is 2-hour conversation we talked a lot about. We shouted out everybody. We named all the names and talked about independent media, platforms, outlets, origin story. It was a blast. I had a great time. Uncle Warren keeps me laughing all the time, and I didn't shut up the whole time like usual. Reef, what are you working? I know you got a Reefer After Dark coming this week, and we're still trying to figure out who that is. Tomorrow, Reef, 4 o'clock, Misty's radio show, tntradio.live. And you'll be able to listen to Reef talk about getting censored and Assange and whatever else is happening, like the nonsense that happened with Will and Jada, and exactly what the motivation was behind that, because that is something that we didn't talk about, but I know it was covered on INN News that, by the way, Pfizer has an alopecia drug that they're coming out with, and the conversation just happened to be around alopecia, and they conveniently benefited from the conversation happening around alopecia. And while we feel for the women and for the people who suffer from alopecia, men suffer as well, and we do want to see a drug and a cure. There are no coincidences in this world, and the timing was awfully suspicious. Again, so tomorrow we're going to have more clips from How Do We Miss That Last Week episode with Stephanie. I'm going to have 3 more clips. They're live on Rockfin Now Premium. They're going to be live for 24 hours, and then tomorrow we'll make them free to all, and we'll publish them on YouTube and Rumble. Tomorrow we're going to be scheduling out episode 29 clips, so again, more last week's clips, and then Tuesday you'll see Misty clips. Wednesday you will see which one is that? I think that's the Bank Sisters, and then Thursday we'll have Warren's clips in advance of Extra Booyah. Watch Thursday nights 7 p.m. on INN, Indie News Network. Friday, we'll be posting up the Sabby clips in advance of my going on her Friday night show. So we're going to have a week full of clips. Then Saturday and Sunday, you'll see more of this week's episode's clips. And again, I really appreciate everybody hanging out. And we'll turn this into a podcast. Thank you so much, Reef, for doing the boat stuff.
Keep an eye Wednesday for the INN News.
INN News. I may end up being co-host. I don't know who's going to do it yet. We'll figure that out.
Yep.
Work's got me pretty damn busy these days, so we'll see. We'll see how much time I have to prep for that. But
yep,
it is Sunday night.
Either way,
again, now it's Monday morning in some places, but again, we appreciate everybody hanging out, and we will be back. But like, share, subscribe. You see the links down there in the description.
Subscribe, please.
Okay, at IND Left News on all the platforms. Leftist.today for the Substack. IndependentLeft.news for the website. IndependentLeft.media gets you all the links. And, of course, IndieNews.Network. Shout out to INN, brothers and sisters out there in the chat and out there in Twitter world and everywhere else. Subscribe and follow all the INN contributors. They're fantastic. And with that, I think I'm going to say good night. And bless everyone. And
good luck.
And we'll see you guys soon.
May all the good news be yours. Good night, everybody. Keep listening to what little birds have to tell you.